League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Gorgeous night in Indianapolis. A shot of the Capitol building, about 25 minutes south of Whitestown, Indiana, the site of the Central Region, just off Highway 465. The team from Elmhurst, Illinois, making the journey down that highway to get here to take on the team from Kentucky in the first of two winners bracket games tonight. Loser will have to potentially play 2 games tomorrow in order to advance. Hi again, everybody. Matt Schumacher alongside the Lady Vol legend Monica Abbott with you. We are thrilled for this matchup tonight. Should be one of the best of the tournament, at least here in the Central Region. They faced last year. Illinois lost 11-1, but these are different teams. We expect this to be very competitive.
Yeah, I'm expecting a very competitive game. An important note, in that 11-1 win, Kentucky's now ace pitcher Michaela Knight closed out that game with just 1 inning, but what a year of difference it makes. Michaela Knight is now the ace for Kentucky. This pitcher, she throws a curveball, a nice drop ball, and a changeup. She had 10 strikeouts in the opening round and has been absolutely phenomenal for Kentucky so far in the tournament.
Struck out 10 of the 22 batters she faced, and against this Illinois team, she will take on an offense that is hot, to say the least. They were dominant in district and state tournament play. Getting here, that has continued since reaching the Central Region. They've stolen 17 bases. They've driven in 16 runs all over just 2 games. They will lead it off with Emma Ramos, one of the returners from last year, followed by Khaleesi Columbari, another returner, the daughter of the manager.
Yeah, Illinois has quite a few returners on this team, so age and development will play in their favor, but they're a fast-paced hitting machine.
Speaking of, first pitch swinging is down for extra bases. Off the bat of Emma Ramos, she's thinking 3. A leadoff triple for Illinois. Already a different start than the game they played last year.
Well, holy cow. Check this hit out by Emma Ramos deep into the night of right field. She gets absolutely all of this and just smashes the ball.
Boy, did she. That might have been one of the longest traveled balls in the air we've seen so far in this tournament. Meanwhile, Knight comes back with a strike to Columbari. Drops down a bunt. Knight goes to first. Runner comes home. Throw from first is in time. Now this may get challenged by Chad Columbari, the third base coach and manager for Illinois. But as of now, Ramos out at home. And Chad Columbari's called timeout. He wants to bring the umpires together here.
So Khaleesi Columbari throws down the bunt in great position here. Michaela Knight doesn't even check the runner at third base. Emma Ramos does hesitate, though. The question will be, is she in there? Did that foot get underneath the tag?
Well, it was a very bang-bang play. Great tag by Avery Emick, the starting catcher for Kentucky. Interestingly, our stat aficionado, Lee Torbin's been tracking the success rate of coaches' challenges so far in the tournament. They have not been very successful, just 1 for 11 so far.
Well, we have to note that, you know, these coaches aren't used to having challenges, but they get 2 of them. So if you have an opportunity to potentially use them, we've all seen them going on at the college game. So now here's their chance on those bang-bang plays.
Looks to me like Ramos on that last screenshot got under the tag.
Yeah, I think it's the foot. You know, her front foot stays nice and low. She stays flat with her legs. Not doing a pop-up slide is really an advantage here because the tag is on the mid-thigh.
But this is the blend of the pop and the small ball that Chad Columbari told us they have a better handle on this year. Felt like last year it was a lot of small ball. They begin the inning with a triple and now potentially a sac bunt to drive in the first run of the game.
Yeah, and I think that's that history of the program here, just having the experience, and it is called safe as you suspected.
So they do overturn the call, and now coaches are 2 for 12 in challenges. Chad Columbari will keep that challenge, so he still has 2 remaining over these 6 innings.
So Illinois just coming out fast, swinging the bat early, being very aggressive in this first inning.
Oh, what a play in the hot corner. Hunter Sparks laying out Superman style.
Well, Juliet Crash gets all of this, a fire line drive, but the catch by Hunter Sparks, full on backwards dive. That's a play defensively you dream of.
Juliet Krischke thought she had a double down the line.
She absolutely did, but nothing you can do but take your hats off and be like, oh my gosh, what a play.
But you're right, though. I mean, regardless of how that play developed defensively, the bats are putting good barrels on the ball in the first inning for Illinois.
Yeah, and I think part of it is Illinois, you know, in game 1, they put up an 11 spot, and just getting those swings in, getting a lot of extra at-bats, eyes on the ball, getting some confidence, getting comfortable in the box, that really plays into part as you go into your next game.
The 2-1 pitch to Bryn Mulligan is a strike. Curly Knight gave up just 1 run, and it was unearned in 6 innings of work in the victory against Michigan 2 nights ago. Has already given up 1 run in the first 3 batters she's faced tonight against Illinois. Comes back with a strikeout.
Well, she's given up some hard hits, but coming back with the strikeout shows a lot of composure for this young pitcher.
The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. Well, we mentioned at the top, these two faced last year in the Central Region. It was all Kentucky. They won 11-1 in 4 innings, and they blanked Illinois in the hit column. Illinois already with a hit in this game, and they lead it 1-0. And now they send Hadley Morrow into the circle, who is looking for some redemption after she pitched against Kentucky last year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a year ago, and here's her chance for a different story for Illinois. Hadley Morrow so far in this Central Region, 2-0, 10 innings pitched, 13 strikeouts, and that's just development and age as they grow. We love to see it here in Little League Softball.
Kentucky is led at the top of the order by Hunter Sparks, who made that excellent extra base hit saving play at third base last half inning. Trying to spark this Kentucky offense a little bit. They've only scored 3 runs so far in the tournament. And they hit just 158 in their first game. That came in a 3-1 win against Michigan on Friday. 0-1 up the middle and snared by Morrow. 1 down.
Second baseman, Avery.
So this game has started fast in Kentucky. Hunter Sparks throws it right back at Hadley Morrow. Good reaction play there, sticking her glove out. Secure the out.
First pitch swinging off the bat of Avery O'Brien and foul. Lamine Yamal, her favorite athlete, in the midst of a 0-0 tie with Argentina right now in the World Cup. There was a viral picture going around the internet this week. Lamine Yamal as a baby with Lionel Messi, and now they're playing against each other in the World Cup. How about that for full circle?
That is a full circle and pretty incredible. Just the longevity of Messi or any professional athlete.
What a pitch by Morrow, off speed. Knee buckler for O'Brien, quickly 2 down.
The shortstop.
Just a pretty pitch here by Hadley Morrow. Change up, pull the string on it, let it fall out. Not much Avery O'Brien can do with that pitch. Just beautiful from Hadley Morrow.
Ball low to Presley Roberts. Has 2 of her team's 3 hits so far in the tournament, including a double and 2 runs batted in. Two-one pitch. That off speed is working early, and it's sharp.
I think Illinois must have watched the game that they played, because Kentucky is slow to adjust to this changeup early, and Hadley Morrow has it on point so far. There it is again.
Nasty. 1-2-3 first inning for Hadley Morrow, including back-to-back strikeouts on this pitch.
Yeah, the changeup just absolutely dirty. They're going to have to find a way to deal with it, but until then, Illinois gets another chance at the plate.
Well, this Illinois team who lost to Kentucky last year 11-1, for the most part, is back this year. 7 players returned on a team that has been together for the majority of the last 4 years. The upstart Elmhurst Little League program that began 4 years ago under the tutelage of Chad Columbari, and now here they are at back-to-back years at the Central Region. Felt like they exited too soon last year. Feel like they have a team to make a deep run in 2026.
Well, there's nothing like playing with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder.
Particularly Hadley Morrow, who was shelled in last year's game, but seemingly has put that behind her, hasn't she?
Yeah, those are games that create character. You know, no one likes to lose. No one likes those controversial or big losses. But it's a learning experience, and it makes you better. It shows you your weaknesses. It shows you things that you need to get better at. And it also reminds you that why you play. You know, you play and practice every day to get better and improve. And so then you can come out and accept the next challenge.
Dealt with a shoulder injury during last year's Central Region that she didn't really know about until the region was over. As she shoots this to the right side. Nice diving stop by O'Brien, 1 down. This year she's healthy, and it has showed, especially in the circle.
First baseman, number 6, Daniela Salinas.
Here is Daniela Salinas. Naturally a left side infielder, but they have converted her to first base for the purposes of this all-star team, and she has embraced it.
Takes a lot of maturity and experience to be able to do what's needed for the team, be willing to move positions.
Illinois went 1-2 in this tournament last year. Returned this year with a real desire to get to the championship game. And they have swung the bat with that desire. Long single by Daniela Salinas.
So Illinois is really getting barreled to the ball today. Daniela Salinas is no exception on a 2-2 count. Drop ball down the middle. She elevates this into deep center field for a long single.
Chad Columbari's team has gotten at least 1 base runner on in every single inning they've played so far in the Central Region. And Kylie Lowry doing her part to help this team, batting 1,000 so far with 4 stolen bases and 2 ribbies. Outside of Illinois, at least for the games that you and I have been calling, we have not seen many teams be uber aggressive on the base paths. Chad Columbari's team has stolen 15 bags already.
Yeah, and you can see him giving a lot of signs over there. And for all my older softball athletes and traditionalists out there, you know, he's doing the body signs. He's doing hands and face signals out there, making the girls be cognitive in the box.
Strikeout there for Lowry.
Michaela Curly Knight continues to give up some big hits, but she bounces back so good with a nice pitch on the outside corner, her second strikeout of the day.
To Margot Greendike. Strike on the outside corner. Snap throw from Emick. Salinas back at first.
Nice offering from Curly Knight. There, count goes to 1-2.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Knight ends the second inning with her third K, and they strand Salinas at first. Well, last year this Kentucky team came within 3 runs of advancing to the Little League World Series. They actually won the winner's bracket, defeating Indiana in the semifinal 2-0, and then Indiana came back through the elimination bracket to defeat Kentucky in the championship game. And this team from Owensboro brings back 4 players from that team. Their manager, J.W. O'Brien, was an assistant coach last year. He's now managing this year. Team from Davis County Little League. He and Jonathan Roberts, his third base coach, started Davis County Little League just last year.
Yeah, it's so impressive to take that opportunity and honestly create, shall I say, create an opportunity for these girls just 2 years ago, taking initiative and starting a league, starting the Little League softball in Davies County.
Well, you can tune into an exciting summer of softball and visit littleleaguesoftball.org for more information, including starting a league, as Paisley Edge digs for 2 and a leadoff double. First hit of the game for Kentucky.
Well, Paisley Edge Definitely is one of those athletes that's pretty dang glad they started a league, because here she goes getting a good piece of barrel on this ball for Kentucky with a leadoff double against Hadley Morrow.
That is the first hit off Morrow in the tournament. She's thrown 5 innings. Here is Michaela Knight. Now can Knight help herself out a little bit here?
Throwing bunt. Not a bad idea with the leadoff double, trying to get a runner to third base with 1 out. Makes it a little bit easier to score. Check out Emma Ramos here, shortstop, trying to protect that ball up the middle on Emma Ramos's ball hand side, creating a huge gap in the 5-6 hole.
Knight goes down, strikes. Third of the game for Morrow.
Right fielder, number 1, Finley Bevins.
This is exactly what Hadley Morrow needed. After the leadoff double, she comes back with the curveball on the outside corner to strike out Michaela Knight.
Kentucky has been aggressive at the plate thus far, swinging at a lot of first pitches they've seen from Morrow. A 1 to Finley Bevan.
Good pitch there by Hadley Morrow. Quickly, Finley Bevins down 0-2.
Bevins seeking her first hit. Kentucky team, while they scored just 3 runs against Michigan the other night, they were 3 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And all 3 of their runs were scored with a runner at second or third. This is dribbled up the middle. And an easy play at first for Morrow as Edge moves over to third. The tying run just 1 base away with 2 down in the second inning.
So Hadley Morrow continuing to compete out there on the changeup. A little squibbler right back to her. She takes the easy out at first. 2 outs, a runner on third.
Good pitch from Morrow. Strike 1 to Avery Emick. She is working quickly and from counts in which she gets ahead early.
Please return that foul ball to the first base umpire clubhouse. Thank you.
One-two pitch.
Good grab there by Julia Krish, back behind the plate.
drops. We are tied at 1 as Emick digs for 2. A game-tying RBI double.
Just a good piece of offense here by Avery Emick on the changeup down low. She stays back on it, drops her barrel, be able to drive it into left field down the line.
Jenna Ball with a runner in scoring position. Kentucky is now 4 for 5 with runners in scoring position in the tournament, scoring the first run against Illinois since the first inning of Illinois' game on Friday night. Big swing and a miss there from Ball. 0-2. To pitch. On the off speed, good adjustment from Ball. Long throw. It's out of the glove of Salinas. And around to score is Emick. A 2-1 lead for Kentucky. Heady base running by Avery Emick.
So Hadley Morrow puts it in there, and Jenna Ball rolls over this a little bit. The throw, Daniela Salinas just not able to handle it. But it's the base running and not stopping allows Kentucky to go ahead.
Haley Warren will try to keep the 2-out rally alive. Both runs in the inning have been scored with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch. First inning for Morrow went 1-2-3 with a pair of strikeouts. This inning we've seen a pair of doubles and 2 runs scored, one of those coming on an error at third base. Flared in the air to center. Tough play is made by Khaleesi Columbari. Almost blindly drifting back from second base. Excellent glove in the outfield to end the inning, but 2-run score for Kentucky. They lead it after 2. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Beautiful Sunday night in Indiana. For the Central region in this division of softball. The cutoff year to play in this tournament is 2013. This is what was happening around the country in 2013. The Office ended a 9-year run. The highest grossing movie was Frozen. They were doing the Harlem Shake. Selfie was added to the Oxford Dictionary. What was Monica Abbott doing in 2013?
Monica was doing what Monica does best, of course. She was playing softball, pitching for the Chicago Bandits, winning championships. Hey.
Look at the determination on that face.
Yeah, the focus, right? The focus. What about you, Matt? What were you doing in 2013?
2013, I was a student and part-time athlete at Butler University, just down the road. So the fact that we have young ladies who were born that year really makes me feel old.
It's good, though. I mean, think of the memories for all our listeners out there or watching these girls. What were you doing in 2013? These girls were just now experiencing life.
Crazy.
Yeah. Frozen, the most popular movie.
There's a team in this tournament that sings "Let It Go" as sort of their war cry. I can't remember which state that is. We started with 10. We're now down to 6.
I think it was Ohio.
I think you're right, and they are one of the 4 that has exited already. We are in game 1 of 2 in the winner's bracket here tonight. Both of these teams starting without a loss. Someone's going to come away with their first blemish of the tournament today, though. Kentucky trailed 1-0 early, plated 2 runs in the last half inning, and now Curly Knight pitching with a lead, and that is a dangerous situation for any opponent.
Yeah. Michaela Curley, as she's more popularly known, Knight, with her 4th strikeout right there of the day.
Favorite team for Florence Hildreth? Chicago Bandits. How about that?
It's a good team. It's a good club. They had a big win last night versus the Volts.
Well, I was going to say the Chicago Bandits' longevity is something to behold. They have lasted through the many different iterations of professional softball in this country, and now playing in the AUSL, which is as strong as it's ever been.
Yeah, it's very true. They have been around for a long time.
That one gets up on Presley Roberts. Hildreth safe at first.
So Hildreth just slaps this ball just as she's supposed to, trying to get the ball on the ground to use some speed. Just kind of gets up there on Presley Roberts.
Emma Booth batting in the 11 spot. If you are new to the Little League softball rules, there is a continuous batting order. So all players on the roster will bat, even those not in the field. Booth, the starting right fielder tonight. That ball did not touch the bat of Booth. I thought it did. Instead, it's a swing and a miss, and Emick has an out at second base, catching Hildreth stealing.
So just a swing miss. Emick, the ball pops out of the catcher's glove.
Oh, that's a good piece of hitting there from Booth. Ball gets away as it sails in from the outfield, and Booth will take second. And now how big is that runner caught stealing at second base?
The shortstop, number 10, Emma Ramos.
back to the top of the order here for Emma Ramos.
Yeah, Emma's one of the big hitters. She led this game off with that triple.
Up the middle, could score Emma Bay from center. It will. We're tied at 2. Around second and headed for third is Ramos, and she's in safely with a slide.
So Emma Ramos does what she does best. She hits this ball back up the middle, but she hits that ball hard, allowing Emma Bay to score from second base. Emma Ramos is their top hitter as the leadoff, but the base running she does is phenomenal. Heads up, knows there's an overthrow, and barely misses a step or a hesitation as she slides into third. So Khaleesi Columbari did drop a bunt last time.
Throw down, tag not applied as the ball popped out. One here to Khaleesi Columbari.
Khaleesi Columbari, Khaleesi drops the bunt.
And is tagged. Well played by Paisley Edge. Could have been a tricky play there. Instead, it results in the final out of the inning. Emma Bay delivers a base hit. Stopped at third, but we're tied at 2. Little League softball regionals continue with the debut of Little League Around the Bases, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Live coverage today and tomorrow of every region from 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern on the Plus. 3 different games going on right now.
I absolutely love that. They got their own show. Michelle Smith on the call for Around the Bases. The investment into Little League softball, into softball. How exciting.
Pretty cool, the evolution of the coverage of this sport. And cool to see teams like Davis County Little League, Elmhurst Little League, representing Kentucky and Illinois respectively, at this level just 2 or 4 years into their existence.
Yeah, and every year that they put together a league, every year it gives more opportunities to young athletes to build confidence, to learn a sport, to have teamwork. Have the dream to go to North Carolina and play in the World Series.
The champion of the Central region last year, Indiana, did in fact make it all the way to the championship game of the Little League World Series a year ago. This is lined up the middle and off the glove of the shortstop, Roberts. And it is down for a base hit.
44, Evelyn Killstrom.
So Brantley Bishop has a really nice piece of hitting here off of Hadley Morrow. Just not enough of a jump by Emma Ramos. Still probably jumped higher than I could have jumped.
At least now, anyway.
Yes, definitely, especially now. So Davies County struggling to get down the bunt again now. Last time they came through with a hit up the middle.
This Kentucky team had a pair of doubles off of Morrow in the last inning. Scored both of their runs with 2 outs. Trailed 1-0 in this game, jumped out to an early lead. Illinois responded by tying the game, and that is foul off the bat of Kjellstrom. And now the umpires are going to get together on this here. Michael Miller, home plate umpire, immediately after the ball was ruled foul, got everyone together, and it's going to stand.
I think this is just one of those, let's double check it, make sure that we got the call right from the other umpires. Yeah, it definitely hits off the bat.
The player instead of the bat.
Or maybe that it didn't hit the bat at all.
Yeah.
You know, I love that they brought the umpires together, and if anything that I've learned from umpires is that they want to get the call right.
Upstairs to Kjellstrom, full count. Outside, ball 4. 2-1, nobody out, and the lineup turns over for Kentucky. Go-ahead run in scoring position.
Third baseman, number 12, Hunter Sparks.
Coach Columbari is going to call timeout to discuss some positioning, speak with Hadley Morrow, try to get this team back focused defensively on how they want to handle this situation. I think with no outs, you got to think bunt to move 2 runners into scoring position, but you do have the top of the lineup up.
Interestingly, it was the top of the lineup that struggled against Morrow in the first inning. She set him down 1-2-3, a tapper back to the mound, and then a pair of strikeouts of O'Brien and Roberts. How will they adjust second time through after seeing their teammates pick up some hits in the second and third innings? Big moment here for both teams. Loser of this game will fall into the elimination bracket and have to win 2 games on Monday to advance to Tuesday's semifinal.
Sparks does, and back to show bunt. Davies County has struggled sacrificing today. This is their 3rd attempt. Oh, that's me. Favorite
That
athlete.
is you.
You can do it. Get the bunt down. You're my favorite athlete. I'm your favorite athlete. I'm just kidding. Here she goes.
Hunter Sparks is now Monica Abbott's favorite athlete.
So Morrow doing a good job getting ahead on these athletes trying to sacrifice bunt. Now she has to finish them.
0-2. Outside ball 1. Piece of hitting there to fight that off from Sparks. Hunter Sparks family putting together one of the best signs we've seen so far this week. Look at that jersey that was colored with the pinstripes.
The artwork, very good details on that. Hunter continues to battle in this at bat.
Ground ball to short. Ramos goes to 3rd instead of trying to get the double play. So they get the lead runner. First out of the inning. Runners at 1st and 2nd base.
So Hunter Sparks rolls over this inside screwball. Emma Ramos smartly throws to 3rd base, and I really like this decision because at this level, it's really hard to get 2. So getting the leadoff out is extra important at this age group.
So now Chelstrom, the lead runner at 2nd base. O'Brien squares the bunt, pulls back, strike 1.
So again, Hadley Morrow, Davies County shows bunt. Again, Hadley Morrow gets ahead 0-2.
Mulligan in at 3rd, crowding O'Brien, pitches outside. O'Brien sends it in the air to right. Slipping is Bay. It will roll to the wall. 1 run is in. Here comes Sparks. They will send O'Brien. She will score. A bases clearing knock to right field, and Kentucky leads 5-2.
A clutch piece of hitting from Avery O'Brien. She sends this opposite way. 2 runners on base. But with the slip from Emma Bay, even with the hustle, Avery O'Brien just legging as fast as she can for the inside the park home run.
That's just unlucky for Emma Bay. She had a bead on that ball, put the brakes on.
Yeah, completely unlucky. It looked like she was about to catch it, and then her feet just fell out from under her.
Big play in this game. Michaela Knight will now return to the rubber next inning with at least a 3-run lead. Kentucky, though, still threatening with only 1 out. No ball, 2-strike count to Roberts. Roberts to second base, fielded by Columbari, 2 down. This is our bracket as of now. Kentucky and Illinois playing in the first of 2 winners bracket games tonight. Winner advances automatically to the semifinals on Monday. Loser will have to win 2 tomorrow to advance to our second semifinal on Tuesday. Last 3 champions, interestingly, out of this region have come from the elimination bracket. Indiana doing so most recently last year en route to reaching the World Series final in North Carolina. Beasley edge, chopper right side ranging. Columbari could not glove her second hit of the game. Well, Edge has been fantastic for Kentucky in this tournament. Now 3 hits.
Yeah, long hopper here from Paisley. Edge, Columbari playing up the middle, had a long way to go to try to get a glove on that ball.
And now here is Michaela Knight, the starting pitcher for the team from Owensboro, Kentucky. Tara, the first base coach. Strike 1. Six players on this team from Davis County Little League representing the state of Kentucky dressed or started for their local varsity softball team as 7th graders this past spring season. Now they're here competing for a trip to the Little League World Series. Outside ball, 3.
No matter how big or small your high school is, if you have a chance to play high school as a 7th grader, that's very impressive. But if you get to high school and you get to be the starter, that shows some real talent and skill of these athletes.
Knight goes down on strikes. Good pitch by Morrow, her 4th strikeout, but 3 runs come in to score on an Avery O'Brien single that kicked around in the outfield. She is ecstatic, as are her Kentucky teammates. They lead it by 3. Well, this has been an eventful game here between Illinois and Kentucky so far. Emma Ramos scoring the first run of the game on a sack bunt by Khaleesi Columbari. Initially ruled out at the plate. They reviewed it. It got overturned. Then, in the following inning, Kentucky plates 2 on a pair of doubles to take a brief lead. Illinois returns fire in the 3rd, scoring on an Emma Ramos RBI single. And then Kentucky plates 3 in the 3rd in response. This has been tit for tat so far today. Avery O'Brien knocking it down into the outfield. She ended up scoring an inside the park home run. And that is where we are now. 5-2 lead for the team from Kentucky as Michaela Knight delivers a pitch low for ball 1. What kind of a response does Illinois have?
Yeah, I think that's the big question. This is a team that has had their number last year. And definitely a game that they've circled on their bracket when they saw it. A chance of redemption.
Middle of this Illinois lineup. 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Krischke, Mulligan, Morrow. Can they do damage here? All 3 of them seeking their first hit in this game.
Yeah, this is a team. Illinois is not a stranger to controversy or being behind. They were down 5 in the state championship and came back to win it to qualify to make it to the Central Regions. So they have some fight in them.
And they're an offense with some pop. Scored 11 runs in their Central Region opener. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming for Knight. Good backhand. At second base by O'Brien, went away. This was at the conclusion of the last half inning after Kentucky played 3 runs on an inside the Parker. Chad Columbari got the whole team together for a pep talk. You mentioned it. They've trailed by 5 in a championship game before this season. Just a couple of weeks ago, came back and won. Only down 3 here to Kentucky.
And the good thing is that they still have time. You know, you're in the top of the 4th. They still have outs to play with. And if you have outs in softball, you have a chance. But the key to any comeback is getting base runners. Now, they definitely are going to have their work cut out for them against Michaela Knight, who has been very impressive all tournament long so far.
Remember, these games are 6 innings in regulation. So we're getting into the latter innings here for Illinois. 1-2 the count. Nice piece of hitting there down the right field line. Mulligan with a long 1-out single. First time aboard today for the starting 3rd baseman of Illinois.
So Bryn Mulligan gets the nice hit here on the outside corner, a little bit late, but goes all the way down the line because Paisley Edge is playing in the hole. Single for Mulligan.
Here's Hadley Morrow. Looks at his strike. Belt tie. strikeout for Knight. Number 5 and her 15th of the tournament.
First baseman, number 6, Daniela Salinas.
Well, Michaela Knight has definitely racked up the strikeouts this tournament, and a lot of them have been on just that outside pitch, a curveball across the plate. It's working well for Knight this tournament.
Bouncing ball to short, gets off the glove of Roberts. And a long roundabout second base for Mulligan. She'll stay put. Off the bat of Daniela Salinas, a 2-out base hit.
Center fielder, 11, Kylie Lowry.
Kylie Lowry drops down a bunt. Barehanded by Emick. Makes the throw to first. That will do it. Great play by Emick from behind the plate. Illinois strands 2. They trail by 3 in Whitestown. Welcome back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. First of 2 winners bracket games this afternoon in Whitestown. Matt Schumacher, Monica Abbott with you. Into the latter innings, Kentucky commanding a 3-run lead in a game that has been back and forth. Now they have a chance to add to the lead with Finley Bevan coming to the plate first. Drive into the gap in right center. Could be extra bases for Bevan. She'll stay put at first.
So Finley Bevan gets a good piece of this pitch on the outside corner, a drop ball. Takes it deep into the right center gap.
Popped up behind home. Krischke thought she had it. Instead, it bops out of her glove. nonetheless, the third leadoff batter to reach.
Yeah, just some unfortunate, unlucky things happening to Illinois in this game. Obviously, the situation in right field, you know, the miscue at third, and now the pop-up bunt.
Line foul.
You don't think about those things that much, but it allows the lineup to turn over. It allows runners to advance or stay on the bases, and you have to be able to take an opportunity to get those outs, those easy ones that are given to you. Hadley Morrow and Elmhurst Little League have to find a way to stop Davies County offense to give them a chance to come back in this game.
Avery Emick pops it up, shallow right side. Good glove work by Columbari.
Center fielder.
First one down now for Jenna Ball. Hard hit, gets over the first base bag and into right field. First to third goes Bevan on a one-out single for Jenna Ball.
Good piece of hitting by Jenna Ball right down the line. Lucky enough for Davies County, it hits the bag or just pops over it. It's a fair ball. Runners at first and third.
Unabated steal for Ball here. And now two in scoring position with one down for Warren. One-two to Warren. Swing and a miss. Filthy off speed for Morrow, which we've seen a time or two today. She's up to 5 strikeouts.
Yeah, such a beautiful pitch from Hadley Morrow. This changeup really set the tone for her early in the game, and now I'm happy to see that she's gone back to it here. She's going to need this pitch throughout the rest of the game.
Corner strike to Bentley Bishop. Bishop singled back in the third. It was a big inning for Kentucky. They scored 3 runs on an inside the Parker by Avery O'Brien. They have led ever since. Two in scoring position here for Bishop. 1-2 pitch from Morrow.
Hadley Morrow does such a good job getting ahead of hitters. She often has 2 strikes on these hitters. And it's just the finish of these at-bats that she's going to continue to improve on.
Three-two, fouled off. Finley Bishop trying to break this game open in the bottom of the fourth. Morrow trying to keep Illinois within striking distance. In the air to right, charging in Bay, makes the catch in foul territory. What an effort by Emma Bay, and that ends the fourth inning. Kentucky and Illinois playing for a coveted spot in the winners bracket semifinal on Monday. Winner advances to that. They'll take on the winner of Minnesota, Indiana next. Loser will be slotted against Missouri tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern, and that will not be an easy game. Missouri, very good. They were a semifinalist a year ago in this tournament. And if you lose this game, you have to win a pair tomorrow to advance to Tuesday's second semifinal. The road becomes a lot longer, but not impossible, as we've seen over the last few years.
Yeah, absolutely. And it does become a little bit difficult with some strategy comes into play with the pitching aspect. Little League pitchers are only allowed to pitch 6 innings a day.
Margot Greendyke goes down swinging. 6 strikeouts from Michaela Knight. She has 16 in the tournament. And boy, has she settled in nicely, Monica, after giving up a run in 2 of the first 3 innings.
Yeah, she gave up a really big hit, a triple in the first. But honestly, it's the response for me from Michaela Knight. Just after every single big hit, even in the second, she gave up a big hit as well. Every time she responds so well, she comes back on the mound. She methodically gets on there and throws strikes.
Great play at short by Presley Roberts. 2 gone in the 5th.
So I think this is a little bit underrated of how important this is, but notice how Michaela Knight doesn't go after this ball and allows Presley Roberts to come across and run through that big hop to make the play. So oftentimes pitchers will go for a ball and that shortstop or second baseman is right behind them and it hits off their glove. So just knowing that they're there to be able to make a great defensive play is important. Presley Roberts did just that.
Two gone now for Florence Hildreth. .73% of Knight's pitches have been for strikes. She has gotten ahead in the count often today, as she is here. The 1-2. Working on her 7th strikeout of this game against Illinois. To Hildreth. Slaps it left side. Sidearm sling from Roberts, who's been a vacuum at short in this game. 1-2-3 fifth. Michaela Knight loving the defense behind her. Kentucky playing with confidence. They lead it by 3. Davis County Little League making the 3-hour trip up north from Kentucky on the border of Indiana. This bus was purchased by their manager J.W. O'Brien prior to the season to give the girls an opportunity to A, carpool everywhere, B, bond a little bit more. He said that's been the biggest and best bonding tool for the team all year.
Yeah, he really mentioned after last year losing in the championship game to Indiana, he realized how much chemistry does play a part. So why not get a bus and allow them some time to bond as the teammates.
Evelyn Chelstrom leading it off at the bottom of Kentucky's order. Bottom of the 5th here. We play 6 in regulation, so Illinois down to their final 3 outs. Morrow just trying to get there to the 6th with a 3-run deficit. They will have 11, 1, and 2 due up next inning. Hard hit ball is gloved at first by Salinas. Nice play for the first out. Your child can experience the teamwork and fun of Little League baseball or softball. Just visit playlittleLeague.org. Enter your address. Find a Little League community program near you. If there isn't one, you can just create one, which is what both of these head coaches took part in doing within the last handful of years.
Hats off to both coaches and creating opportunities not only for their own daughters but for many young female athletes that want to play softball, want to play Little League, or have the opportunity to compete in the Central region.
for Sparks. Trying to start a rally here for Kentucky at the top of the order. Add some insurance. Instead, the second out, gloved by Salinas.
Salinas is a little magnet over there at first base. Defending with 2 outs in this inning.
O'Brien punches it foul. Last time up, O'Brien knocked a high fly ball into right field. Emma Bay came charging in, slipped, ball gets behind her. And O'Brien has one thing on her mind, a home run inside the park style. That gave Kentucky a 3-run lead, and they have led ever since. This time over to second base on the ground. Underhand toss just beats O'Brien from Columbari. So Illinois down to their final 3 outs, trying to avoid a spot in the elimination game tomorrow. They need at least 3 runs. The Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN are presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. These young ladies have been having a lot of fun on the field this afternoon. Illinois got the party started with some early scoring. They took an early lead, but the team from Davis County Little League in Kentucky has held a 5-2 lead since the 3rd, and now they have Illinois down to their final 3 outs here in the first of 2 winners bracket games today. So even with a loss, Illinois will not be eliminated. They will play Missouri tomorrow should they not be able to pick up 3 runs here in the 6th. Chad Columbari trying to strategize here. Meanwhile, this was the out that they were reviewing last half inning. It was called out on the field. It was confirmed out during the break. And so we enter the 6th with Kentucky holding a 5-2 lead. Emma Bay will lead it off. She singled in her only other at bat. Came around to score. That was the last run scored by Illinois. It came back in the 3rd. They have struggled to really do any damage off of Curly Knight since. Maybe until now. It drops in center. Lead off single for Bay. That gives way to Emma Ramos, who's had a monster day at the plate. A triple, a single, a run batted in, and a run scored.
Yeah, Emma Ramos is definitely the star offensively for this team. She has the power, she has the speed, and she has the energy.
back-to-back hard-hit singles. Ramos is aboard for the third time.
For Illinois, second baseman number 2, Khaleesi Koulibaly.
Ball gets away from Emick. Both runners advance. Things are getting interesting here in the 6th. 2 in scoring position, nobody out, tying run at the plate.
So will a little luck start to go Elmhurst Little League's way? I talked about it earlier. Just some unlucky things happened. The slip in right field, a throw that took the first baseman's foot off the bag, but now they get a pass ball to advance runners to second and third with no outs.
So much it feels like has gone Kentucky's way over the last few innings.
Yeah, everything has gone Kentucky's way so far in this game. But we talked about it. Elmhurst Little League came back from a 5-run deficit in the state championship to come back and qualify to come to the Central Region. So they know what it takes to have a comeback and what you have to do to be able to do a comeback win. They're sitting really pretty right now with no outs and runners on second and third. Can they execute?
Winner advances to the semifinal. Loser plays Missouri in the elimination bracket tomorrow. Two-0 pitch. Koulibaly seeking her first hit of the tournament. Did drive in a run back in the first with a sac bunt. Looks at strike 2.
Yeah, and I think that's a good take by Koulibaly. A little bit outside and down. A nice call for a strike, but not something that's super drivable. Koulibaly has to figure out a way to drive the ball.
Lays off a nasty pitch on the outside, full count.
And that's the pitch Michaela Knight has been getting so many of these Elmhurst Little Leaguer on, swinging and missing. That's why she has 6 strikeouts on the day. That's a wonderful take by Khaleesi.
Now fights off the next. Seventh pitch of the at-bat. In the dirt, picked by Emick. Bases loaded and the tying run is aboard.
Number 5, the catcher, Juliet Christie.
Biggest inning of the game developing here for Illinois, and it comes in the biggest moment. And now the potential go-ahead run at the plate. And Juliet Christie comes up swinging. How are you playing this defensively if you're Kentucky? Are you coming home or are you going for the easy out? How do you configure this?
Yeah, if I'm tagging my bag, going 1 on this. Middles, go whichever way the ball takes you. If I'm a pitcher, go home to 1.
Instead, it's rocked into right field. 1 run is in. They will wave another. Ramos at the plate. It's a 1-run game. Now a run down at third. Emick pumps, fires, tag out, and nobody covering second base as Krischke retreats. What a wild play that was after a well-struck ball by Krischke. Looked for a moment like Illinois might tie it. Well, Columbari got caught in a pickle up the third base line, and instead 2 runs scored, but the tying run now in scoring position.
So a lot to unpack here, but the most important thing is Kriska got a great hit into right field. This plates 2 runners. And here's your pickle there.
For those of you scoring at home, officially 9-2-6-2-5 put out. How about that?
How about that? 9-2-6-2-5. Not to be confused with 90210.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome. For all my 90s lovers out there.
92625, though, is an area code in California, so there you have it.
There we have it. It's this Illinois here still in business. Tying run at second base. Go ahead run at the plate here. Just 1 out. Can they continue to rally?
1-2 count to Brent Mulligan. She has already singled once today off Knight. A single into the outfield may score Krischke to tie the game. 1-2 is hammered foul.
Illinois hitters after that gut punch, giving up 3 runs in the bottom of the third, and it just took them a minute to get back together and clear their minds, but they're coming out here in the top of the 6th. Their last opportunity, and they're going down swinging.
To third, long throw is picked. Throw back across the diamond from Edge. A little bit behind Krischke, who advances on the ground ball out. And now Illinois down to their final out with a runner 1 base away from tying. Some really good play at first by Paisley Edge to just secure that ball and keep her foot on the bases.
Yeah, it's all about outs. How many outs? How fast can I get the outs? You know, Hunter Sparks didn't even take a look at the runner at second. She's going 1 all the way.
Knight 2 strikes away, facing her counterpart, Hadley Morrow, who has battled. 0-2. Knight working on her 2nd complete game victory of the tournament. 16 strikeouts so far through 2 games. 1 strike away from her 17th and a trip to the semis. Slow roller to third. Could be trouble. Tie game in Whitestown. On an infield base hit from Morrow. New game.
Well, take a look at this. Hadley Morrow just doesn't quite get all of it, but she gets enough just in no man's land on the third base side. But it's putting her head down and pumping those arms all the way to first base. That ties up this ball game.
J.W. O'Brien is out of the Kentucky dugout here, having a chat with the umpires. We're going to have a challenge of presumably on the safe or out call at first. It's the only thing I can think of here.
I was going to say maybe that it hit her foot, the batter's
foul
foot.
Ball, perhaps.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure.
We have just received confirmation that they're reviewing the call at first base here. Looked, at least live, like she was safe.
Absolutely.
Let's get another look at it. Yes. I guess if you're J.W. O'Brien, you get 2.
Yeah, you get 2.
You can't carry him over if this thing goes to extras. Why not?
Yeah, why not? It creates a break in the momentum. It creates a pause. You don't, sounds funny, but you don't get an award to keep your challenges at the end of the game.
Okay, and now we're receiving more clarity that perhaps they're also looking at whether or not the ball hit the batter while she was still in the box, which is something you thought could be part of this review.
I think we both kind of had our ideas on what it was. Looks like they're looking at both.
So here's another look at this from the front angle. Well, it's hard to tell there, but I don't see any.
I think you would have seen it shoot straight down into her foot. No.
And the ball flight didn't change at all.
Yeah, here's a good angle. No. Yeah, well, it definitely did not hit her.
Call is confirmed. Safe at first base. Game is tied. And now Illinois has a chance to take the lead. How about that? Came into the inning trailing by 3. Daniela Salinas comes to the plate with a go-ahead run on base and 2 down. Swing and a miss. Snap throw down. Corralled by Edge. Runner is safe. Been talking about it throughout this game. This Illinois team trailed by 5 in the state championship game just a week ago. Wound up winning that game to punch their ticket to the Central Region. And already here in the 6th, they've erased a 3-run lead.
And they just look like a different team in this inning offensively. They just have better composure, determination when they're standing in the box. They're more aggressive on their pitches, swinging harder.
2-2 after the swing and a miss from Salinas. Chopped foul. Kentucky will have the upper portion of its lineup in the bottom of the 6. Roberts, Edge, Knight, 3, 4, and 5. Lined into right field. Throw to first is in time. What a gun by Finley Bevan. And she gives her team a chance to win it in the 6th.
Well, we've seen it before from Finley Bevan. She's got a gun out there in right field. Call her the 6th outfit infielder.
Welcome back to Whitestown, and what a game it has been. Illinois took an early lead. Kentucky bounced back. Illinois tied. Kentucky led by 3 for a handful of innings until a 3 spot in the 6th for Illinois, tying it at 5 apiece. And now the team from Davis County Little League in Kentucky has a chance to win it in the bottom of the 6th. Meat of their order. 3, 4, and 5, beginning with Roberts. Strike 1 from Morrow. The loser of this game will play in an elimination game tomorrow against Missouri, while the winner advances to the winner's bracket semifinal. Hard hit to second base, bobbled by Columbari rather, and it's a base knock for Roberts.
The first baseman, Paisley.
Just kicked up on Khaleesi Columbari, and now Paisley Edge comes to the plate with a go-ahead game-winning run aboard. Ball gets past Krischke, and now the game-winning run in scoring position. A lot of the bounces seem to have gone Kentucky's way in this game, haven't they?
Yeah, just the things that you don't think about, the luck part of the game. Ball off the tip of the glove. Just little things seem to have gone Kentucky's way until that 6th inning, top of the 6th, when Illinois put up a 3 spot. But is it going back in Davies County's favor again?
This is interesting to me with Paisley Edge and having her bunt, don't you think?
Yeah, you know, I absolutely agree with you, especially if you've been watching the entirety of this game. Davies County keeps trying to sacrifice bunt, and they have yet to lay one down successfully. So giving Paisley Edge, one of their top hitters, in the heart of their lineup, and Hadley Morrow executes there. That is the thing that she's had to do better in this game, and she does it. She gets ahead for 2 strikes and then is able to secure the out with the K. 6th of the game.
So now it's Michaela Knight. Fouls off the first pitch. What's your dipping sauce for chicken tenders? You honey mustard, you barbecue sauce, ketchup.
I know, you got me there. I rarely eat chicken tenders.
Ranch?
I guess. Anything?
Anything.
Anything they have.
Knight tries to drop it down. It's foul. And now there's some questioning from Illinois here about whether or not perhaps that ball hit Knight or whether or not that was fielded in fair territory. Umpires will get together on this.
Oh,
it did
hit her. So this should be ruled an out.
Boy, that is huge. And if this call gets overturned, and it doesn't look like it's going to,
they're going to bring her back.
And now Chad Columbari's coming out to see if he can challenge this play here.
Because it, correct me if I'm wrong, but because it hit her outside of the batter's box. And she is in foul territory.
1-2 count here tonight. Game-winning run at second base. Upstairs, ball 2.
Please return that foul ball to the first base umpire bungalow. Thank you.
Knight seeking her first hit of the game, has twice struck out against Morrow today. With a base knock, will Jonathan Roberts send his daughter Presley from second and win this game? Into left field. Roberts rounding third. Kentucky walks it off in the 6th. And they advance to the winner's bracket semifinal. Clutch hitting by Curly Knight. And the team from Davis County keeps their unblemished record alive in the 2026 Central Region Tournament.
Well, Curly Knight did it on the field in the circle, but it's the composure that she has after she has a failure or a miscue. She comes back focused even more, and this time it showed up at the plate with the walk-off single down the line, stepping up for Davies County once again.
Ready for our final game. Once again, if the teams can get their dugouts cleaned out just as quickly as possible, we appreciate it.
First hit of the tournament for Knight. It's a game winner.
Michaela Knight taking this drop ball on the inside corner from Hadley Morrow. Goes right down the left field line. Past Bryn Mulligan, an easy stand-up run for Presley Roberts to score for Davies County and secure the walk-off win.
So we've got some updating to do with the bracket. Kentucky is our first semifinalist of the 2026 tournament. Meanwhile, Illinois now slots in against Missouri tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern in the elimination bracket. We will have another game for you later on tonight, coming up in a little over 30 minutes on ESPN+. Minnesota and Indiana for a trip to the semifinal to take on Kentucky. Michaela Knight, the hero for the team from Davis County, winning it in walk-off fashion. We've got more softball coming up very soon on the Plus.